Have you ever felt the relentless pressure of modern life? Have you ever found yourself lost in the labyrinth of your own thoughts? Your mind a turbulent sea of worries and anxieties? If so, you are not alone. Think of a mighty river, constantly flowing, yet its depths remain profoundly still. But what if I told you that the ancient masters, the Taoist sages, the Confucian scholars of old, had already discovered the path through this storm? When your mind is agitated, try to become the observer, the still riverbank watching the turbulent waters flow by. Do not engage with every passing thought or emotion. Allow them to drift by like an empty boat. This practice, rooted in the Taoist principle of Wu Wei, effortless action, the strength of the mountain is complemented by the yielding nature of the valley. Observe your ki, your life energy without judgment. Or we become passive, avoiding challenges and stagnation sets in. Allow the different aspects of your life to flow and balance each other. Just as the day gives way to night, like the oak in the storm, our resistance only creates more stress and suffering. The wisdom of the willow teaches us the power of flexibility and acceptance. Water flows to the lowest places, nourishing all life. This aligns with the Taoist understanding of the Tao as the source of all things, a force far greater than any individual. Its strength lies in its humility and adaptability. Be open to learning from others, acknowledge your mistakes, and approach life with a spirit of service. When your mind is rooted in the present, there is no room for fear or regret. But he did not know whether he was Zhuangzi, who had dreamed he was a butterfly. By letting go of the need to be right or superior, you create space for greater understanding and inner peace. Find your balance in the dance of Yin Yang. To cultivate inner quiet, we need to intentionally disconnect. Sit in silence, observe your breath, and gently guide your attention back whenever it wanders. Like polishing an uncarved piece of jade, the past is a memory, the future is uncertain. May you find the true Tao in every step of your journey. Practice bringing your full attention to whatever you're doing, whether it is eating, walking, or talking. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the present. By cultivating this awareness, you begin to truly experience life, and in that experience, you find a deep and abiding peace. These practices help to reveal the clarity and peace that already reside within you. Find your center, your still point. Offer a timeless guide to finding inner peace in the modern world. They remind us that true strength lies not in force, but in yielding, not in striving, but in acceptance, and not in the noise of the world, but in the stillness of our own hearts. Let go of your attachment to specific outcomes and trust the natural unfolding of events. Act with Wu Wei, without unnecessary force. Like water finding its own level, the ancient Chinese knew that true stillness is not the absence of activity, but rather a deep presence within it. The allegory of the empty boat, trying to force things, to cling to outcomes, only leads to suffering. True peace comes from accepting what is and letting go of what cannot be controlled. This resonates with the concept of Ziran, naturalness, or spontaneity. Zhuangzi tells a story of a man steering his boat down a river. Suddenly, another boat collides with his. Irritated and angry, the man begins to shout at the person in the other boat. The willow tree, on the other hand, bends with the wind, yielding to its force, and survives. But as he looks closer, he realizes the other boat is empty. His anger dissipates. How can he be angry at an empty vessel? Modern application. Like the empty boat, Many of the things that cause us anger and stress are simply empty projections. Second principle, the harmony of opposites. The concept of Yin Yang is central to Chinese thought. It teaches us that seemingly opposite forces are interconnected and interdependent. The allegory of the mountain and the valley. The mountain stands tall and firm, reaching for the heavens. Modern application. In our lives, we often strive for one extreme or the other. Third principle, the power of letting go. The Tao teaches us to align ourselves with the natural flow of life. The allegory of the willow tree. In a fierce storm, the mighty oak tree stands rigid and is eventually uprooted. A calm mind is like a still pond, reflecting the truth clearly. Modern application. How often do we resist change, cling to the past, or worry about the future? Fourth principle, cultivating inner quiet. The Chinese sages placed great emphasis on the cultivation of inner stillness. Jing, the allegory of the uncarved block. The Taoist concept of Pu, the uncarved block, represents our original, unadulterated nature. Modern application. The highest good is like water. Water benefits all things without striving. In our hyper-connected world, we are constantly bombarded with external stimuli. Fifth principle, the wisdom of humility. Humility in the Chinese tradition is not about self-deprecation, but about recognizing our place in the vastness of the universe. The allegory of the lowly water. Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching writes, modern application. In our achievement-oriented society, it is easy to get caught up in ego and competition. Sixth principle, living in the present moment. All anxiety stems from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The allegory of the butterfly dream. Zhuangzi dreamed he was a butterfly, flitting and fluttering about, happy with himself and doing as he pleased. He did not know he was Zhuangzi. Modern application. Like Zhuangzi and the butterfly, our perceptions of reality can shift. These 6 principles, drawn from the wellspring of ancient Chinese wisdom, embrace these teachings. Hold this moment, hold this breath,